Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 21. We're here in the Kymiring of the Finland GP for this Moto3 race in our MotoGP 21 career mode. So starting in pole position is Darren Binder, John McPhee and Garcia in the front row, Masia, Mino and Acosta on the second, Guevara, Rodrigo, Suzuki, Grant, Artigas and Alcoba, Toba, Yamanaka, Foggia, Onshu, Antonelli and Fanati, Sasaki, Dupasquier, Salac, Koffler, Fernandez and Fellon, Nepa, Tatai, Faradizdihar, Rossi and Yuki Guni at the back of this Finland Grand Prix. So we now look to the lights from starting in 10th place. Fingers crossed for a good start, and it's a decent start. We got off the line well, but of course in power setting 1 we're not having the best start. The rider's already in a position of getting into the corner as Dennis Foggia dives over the inside. Did not see that coming. What a start already from the World Championship leader. This is not good. He's fallen back. We want to be moving forwards, not backwards. As Kaito Toba got ahead of us, and massive contact from Ryusuke Yamanaka. I do believe Yamanaka gave us a big shove in Assen, and he's just done it again here today. So to get into the rear of Yamanaka, we have to use slipstream here on this super long straight, otherwise we'll be absolutely eaten alive with power setting 1. Now utilising Toba's slipstream, there's Jeremy Alcoba. Of course, if you watch the qualifying session just earlier on at 4 PM today, you will know that Alcoba and Grant came to blows. They two men, it was really miffed as there's massive amounts of dust kicked up in our face there. I thought someone went down, but it looks like someone just touched the outside of the track and kicked up the gravel. There's Alcoba, beautiful move around the outside of Kaito Toba there, so big props for the Spaniard who we fell out with earlier on. No disrespect in real life, Jeremy, I'm sure you're a good chap, but in the video game world right now, Grant is miffed with you, sunshine. As we'll now try and get up at the inside if we have a chance for the next corner. I just want to go for it anyway. Oh, contact! Oh, contact! Whoa, what on earth happened then? Oh, contact again with Alcoba! That was a bit cheeky from Grant. What on earth happened then? Two riders just sort of exploded. What on earth happened then? I do apologise for screaming in your ear if you're wearing headphones, but goodness me, that caught me off guard. Now behind Kaito Toba, as something just happened. I do believe it was Xavi Artigas and potentially Nico Antonelli. I did see his name plummet down the timing screen on your left-hand side there. As we try and go around the outside of Kaito Toba, which turned into a bit of a bump. My apologies to the Japanese riders who Toba thought about going over the inside. We might as well just let him through, because I know he's going to try and get me back. And I guess we did give him a bit of an unfair nudge. So let Toba get through. And that is lap 1 completed of this 11-lap Grand Prix. Goodness me, what a start. I've shouted, I've screamed, I've covered my eyes. What a start already to round 11 of this Moto3 MotoGP 21 career mode. Absolutely loving these videos so far as we dive up on the inside of Kaito Toba. A little bit more contact for the Japanese riders. We take the inside line and also take advantage of Dennis Foggia. Now getting behind Suzuki-san, of course Suzuki, the winner of Mugello just earlier on this season, but Dennis Foggia on the Leopard Honda, much quicker than the Husqvarna. We're now into his slipstream with power setting 1, and it's still just enough to try and kick us out of the slipstream and gain that additional speed. Now braking very hard for turn 5. Of course, we met our demise. And speaking of demise, the championship protagonist, Darren Binder's down! Darren Binder, I was singing his praises in the qualifying session. The man who started in pole position has been taken out of the Grand Prix. I can't see who crashed with him, and I can't work out who it was. I'm going to have to try and figure it out in a minute's time, but we did manage to get ahead of Tatsuki Suzuki. Now behind the Assen winner, Pedro Acosta. Of course, he was beaten in Jerez, but a couple of crashes already here in the Kymiring. It shows a lack of experience in this track. Not many people confident with this one yet. And that has just ended in tears for quite a couple of riders. You know what? I've just worked out who it was. Gabriel Rodrigo, another championship protagonist. We have been gifted a massive big present here. If we can come out away with this one in a podium finish, or practically even a win, that would be huge for the championship. Absolutely massive as we go around the outside of Acosta, but Acosta was brave. Acosta was aggressive. And he dives back up the inside of Grant, and we were unfairly given another track limit warning for touching the outside of the contact made there between Acosta. I did this is why I mentioned in the qualifying session earlier on, I'm not a fan of that track because that corner in that particular track, because I carry so much speed coming out of the corner and end up just bumping another rider. It catches me off guard every time, and it caught me off guard there and then. As we now get ever so close to the Red Bull KTM rider. Ooh, just touching the grass there as well has just given us a track limit warning. Our second one of this Grand Prix. That is a beautiful move up the inside of Pedro Acosta. Now we're chasing down Ethan Guevara, who is having his best race. My goodness, Pedro Acosta straight up the rear. I'm going to have to move out of his way, otherwise he's just going to get stuck on the rear there. Goodness me. Oh, look at Tatsuki Suzuki as well. He's flying like a rocket. The speed of that Honda, and of course Pedro Acosta getting the slipstream, getting behind the Husqvarna was absolutely huge. Oh, goodness me. Oh, Foggio. Oh, goodness me. That was a bit aggressive, wasn't it? Shoved me straight into the corner where we met our demise earlier on. Not happy with that one. Now onto the right-hand side for turn 8. We're pushed back down to 9th place. So going across the line, we were 4th. And now we're into 9th. Goodness me. What a start. So Kaito Toba ahead of us. Of course, we've seen him a couple of times, but we didn't really see him much to start the Grand Prix off. Like, the season has been without Kaito Toba, and now it seems to have changed where Kaito Toba is quite a fixture now. So good on the Japanese rides. Good to see him up there. The winner of Qatar in 2019, of course. Can we get up the inside of Kaito? Oh, that would be a bloody brilliant move if we made that stick. Of course, it wasn't going to happen there. Would love to make a move into turn 12, but I wasn't close enough. It's probably the best place to make an overtake. It certainly looked good for the spectacle. There's Kaito Toba around the outside or in the inside. We'll try and get up on the inside here. Brave braking zone, of course, for the very difficult turn 13. As we get closer and closer to Pedro Acosta now for turn 14 around the corner. Not quite. I was trying to go around the outside. Pedro Acosta can go around the outside here. We certainly can. Turn 15, navigated well, getting closer to Suzuki. Oh, I did it again. Too much acceleration coming out of that corner, pushes you into the other rider, but look at the speed of Suzuki-san. That is ridiculous. Will he go to the inside? We're going to have to be brave on the brakes. Wow. Brilliant, but he's cut it wide. We'll get the cut back on the inside. Beautiful stuff. Dennis Foggio in our sights next. Can we chuck it up on the inside? We can. We've run it a little bit wide. Foggio gets back up on the inside, but we'll have his slipstream. We also have Ethan Guevara there as well, but we get stuck on the rumble strip. Look at the time we lost there. Suzuki will be charging. There you go, right on cue. Charging through on us. We'll try and get into the slipstream of him. And look at Acosta. Goodness me. The smaller 16-year-old flies through as we now try and get up the inside. Oh my goodness, can we get between them both? Oh, sandwiched. Oh, not quite. We lean into Suzuki. Oh, I'm in out of shape. Suzuki goes round the outside of Acosta. That doesn't quite work. And now Foggio. I think Foggio is fancying a podium here, ladies and gentlemen. He hasn't featured on the podium. Oh, that annoying thing. Stop looking. Concentrate on the race, please, Dennis. The old Dennis the Menace there. The Rocket, as they call him. Looking out in the inside. Turn 9. I like that tight apex. That really gave us an extra boost. As Foggio will have a lunge up on the inside if he's close up to Ethan Guevara. Of course, carnage has already occurred into turn 10 as Rodrigo and was it Xavi Artigas who met their demise in that corner. I do believe that's where I screamed in your ear, so once again I apologise for that one. Headphone users, rest in peace. Now going into turn 12, brilliant stuff there for Ethan Guevara. He is really looking racy in this one, defending every position possible. He's got the padlock on the front door, I can't get in. He's doing really well. We're trying around the outside here. Potentially this could work. Turn 13, navigated to perfection, and then turn 14, we'll have to slam the door in his face. Thank you very much, Sunshine, we get her through. Now Dennis Foggio to contend with. Oh, this will be a beautiful move, we'll make that stick. Foggio's had to run it wide to avoid contact, that is gorgeous. Now up into 4th place, this is where it matters. Let's try and chase down the big boys. Our personal best lap there after many overtakes. I call that very successful overtaking and race pace in general. Now onto the left hand side for turn 2. Still running traction control 3 and power setting 1 as always. That is the combination we have gone with for quite a while now. As John McPhee is in our sights, I'm a little bit concerned at the gap behind, so it's half a second. Where is it going to end up as we get towards turn 5? It's still roughly about 4 tenths of a second. We should be absolutely fine here. I'm happy with that. We managed to maintain a lead. Brilliant. So now going into turn 5, the very difficult right-hander. We're up by 5 tenths of a second, so this could be a bloody brilliant lap for Grant if we can keep it going. Now into the left-hander for turn 7, slowly braking for turn 8. Only used a little bit of brake there, guys. Don't be going full brake there, otherwise you'll meet your demise there. As we get onto the left-hand side for turn 9, I'm going to take that tight apex again. Or potentially, no, I've decided to go for a longer, wider line and go into the rumble strip. Quick check behind just to make sure where everyone else is. If I touch the rumble strip and lose a significant amount of speed, or if I create like a bit of a slowdown in the corner, let's say for example I've gone wide and I've touched the track limits, I always have a quick check behind just to make sure that I'm not going to be impeding anyone's progress. because there's nothing worse than re-entering the track in a dangerous way and then completely ruining like 4 or 5 riders, the whole race sometimes, just because you entered at the wrong point. Anyone's listening who plays online and you do this, learn, please. There's nothing worse than people re-entering the track and just bumping into everyone. But I tell you what, guys, we are on a stellar lap here. We have utilised every single bit of this front tyre, however. Probably a big mistake to go for the soft option front, but I did feel really confident with the soft option front, hence the reason we're using it here today. Now getting into the rear of John McPhee, things are looking pretty well as we cross the line with a 1:55.9. We couldn't even buy a 1:55.9 in the qualifying sessions. I think we did it once perhaps, as we now try and get closer and closer to the Scotsman. A little bit contact made there, goodness me. A little bit too aggressive attacking the Scotsman. My apologies, John. As we go way too wide. Thankfully we do manage to still keep it on the tarmac. Didn't want to go onto the green part and give ourselves another track limit warning. We're already sitting on 2, so I don't want to be sitting on any more than that. But what a race with Masia. What a race. He has flew to the front and is leading this one quite demanding and quite comfortably. So good job for Masia. Andrea Mino in second, the winner in Sachsenring just a couple of days ago. Now turn 5 to be navigated pretty well there, taking that tighter line. Look at how much we gained. John McPhee, a little bit out of shape on the rumble strip. Someone's gone down behind us, but it's not John McPhee, so you Scots fans can sort of relax a little bit, because I thought it was John McPhee there. Now onto turn 9, going for that tighter line to then leave the exit. And that's it, push outwards and get in behind Andrea Mino. What a race so far for Grant. It's been a difficult one, qualifying so far down, fighting our way through, being given the big argy-bargy. Of course, we have inherited quite a lot of positions from the crashes of Xavi Artigas, Gabriel Rodrigo, and I do believe Sergio Garcia was another one I didn't actually mention. So, unfortunately for them, their race is over. Now, Andrea Mino has managed to beat us every single time we've really contended with him. He hasn't been as consistent as we has, but at the same time, we got beaten by him in Sachsenring, and we got beaten by him in qualifying in Sachsenring as well. And I don't fancy that happening here today as we go around the outside, back on the inside of Andrea Mino. That is gorgeous as with a little bit of contact there. Mino, oh my goodness, Mino on the off. Oh, Mino back on the inside. Oh, goodness me, we go back on the inside again. Oh, what a performance from these two men. Is John McPhee going to be there as well in a moment's time, as Andrea Mino is going to be aggressive, going around the outside, going into turn 1. Brilliant. Andrea Mino back on it. Has Andrea Mino got my number? He seems to have. As I say, beaten us one too many times. We'll go up at the inside here for turn 3. Not quite. Oh, I definitely thought that could happen. Now we're getting a brilliant exit, and now Masia is in our sights. A little bit wild onto the rumble strip there. Mino's going to have a lot of speed on board that V&E Snipers Rivercall Honda. Getting to behind him. Brilliant. Oh, bit of a contact there, bit of a bump. But it's alright, both men are still racing with their hearts in their mouths. Of course, you guys are enjoying this one. I do hope you are anyway. As Andrea Mino gets back up on the inside. What a move from Mino. That was aggressive. I tell you what, they are aggressive into turn 5. If you're going to be racing these guys here in the Kymiring, just watch out for that one. Otherwise, you'll probably have a tough time as well. Now going into turn 9 on the left-hand side of the tyre. We've got to do all that work again to get into the podium positions. Now, the smart thing would be just to try and get into those podium positions, stop battling, but you just can't help yourself when you're in Moto 3. There's not much to really give. It's like, there's no much of an advantage, so you just have to give everything you've got. Hopefully we can get through on John McPhee. We're looking a little bit wild here as well, not as confident and as calm as we were. Feeling a little bit of a pressure at the minute, we're not sure why, because of course we've got Masia in the lead. Let's get up at the inside of John McPhee. That's a late lead. Oh, contact! The championship leader is down! And John McPhee went down with him. Oh my God! Tears here in the Finnish GP. Kymiring has met Grant's demise. Goodness me! Can you believe it? I said that completely wrong as well. It was Grant met Kymiring. Oh my God! Grant's Grand Prix has ended in tears. Oh, too eager, far too eager. I just mentioned that we weren't looking too hot, we were looking a bit wild, and that is what it's resulted in. Goodness me, ladies and gentlemen, I owe everyone an apology once again for screaming in your ear, and once again for ruining this race. Oh, we had so many championship points to take advantage of here today. Rodrigo crashing out, Garcia didn't compete. Oh, goodness me. Darren Binder didn't finish as well. What a disappointment from Grant. I think Max Biaggi well and truly threw a radio or something in the garage. He's going to be miffed. The rest of the guys in the Husqvarna garage, at least on my side of the garage, are going to be absolutely livid. It was a silly move. It was a silly move. There was no way I could have made that stick. I don't know why I wanted it. On John McPhee, of all people. Is that my second crash with John McPhee this season? Oh, head's in hands. My head is still in my hands. I'm so sorry for letting you all down on that one. We have moved up to power setting 3 to see if we can chase down the riders ahead, just to make this race a little bit more interesting. So of course, otherwise we'll be just sitting at the back of the grid, feeling sorry for ourselves. But wow, what a mistake. That was completely my fault. I do think I could have made that stick if I was a little bit closer, but a snap decision didn't work, did it? Once again, guys, what a mistake. You have to try these things, you really do. But at the same time, doesn't it make the championship interesting? Because now everything's to play for once again. Because other than that, if we manage to come away with a podium there, or potentially a victory, we could have been talking about a 50-point, maybe a 50-point lead. And that is obviously huge, because that's 2 Grand Prix worth of races that we could be leading by. So in a way, I guess it's a good thing. And I don't feel like I deserve to win in this one. We were too aggressive, we got into it, qualifying didn't go as well. We had that moment with Jeremy Alcoba where he met his demise. I've said demise a lot in this Grand Prix because there's been that many crashes. Obviously my new favourite word, I think. Going onto the right hand side. Put that on a t-shirt, Sergio. Get that on a t-shirt, demise, and then a couple of guys crashing. We'll sort out the t-shirt front in the future, of course. But going into turn 1, a little bit crestfallen, a little bit disconsolate right now, but hey, it's racing, it happens. We're going to just do what we can now. We're 22 seconds behind from Jan Mamassia, and we did manage to set the fast lap of the Grand Prix with a 1:55.332, as Dennis Onchu is about 5.5 seconds up the road. Let's see if we can chase them down. Of course, I don't think they'll get any points here today, but if we can at least get close to them and start battling again, it'll to make this the rest of this race a little bit more interesting. But what a race so far. I take back anything negative I said about the Kymiring, because this has been a phenomenal race. Really enjoyed it. The riders have been so aggressive into turn 5, it's made it super entertaining. The Stefano Nepper has gone down. I didn't see where he went down, he just sort of fell over, I'm guessing. So we got Nepper to beat for a 22nd position. As it looks like we were in 24th, I do believe, so someone else must have left the session. That's obviously a shame, as Dennis Onchu inherited 21st place. But I see quite a good group of riders ahead of us, so we might be able to make something of this race yet. I don't think I'll get into the points, and personally I think I need to ask the question actually, if I have crashed and I start using power setting 3 just to obviously make the race still interesting, I personally don't think I should take any points because I would have used power setting 3. So maybe then I should stay and just not take any points, I'm not sure. But I know when I did it in Portimao when we were taken out by John McPhee, was it John? Yeah, I think it was John McPhee because he touched my rear tyre. I do believe I went into power setting 3 and got up to 10th place as well. So I think I did say in Jerez as well that if we do get taken out, I will just use power setting 3 or 2, depending on how I feel and what fuel we have remaining. But what a race. Really, really pleased with this one, even if we are going to finish with no points, or potentially not many. It's still been a terrific race. I've really enjoyed this one. I hope you guys have too. If you have enjoyed it, like, comment and subscribe, of course. Or just at the very least, just click that like button. It helps the channel out quite a lot. So going into turn 4 for the right-hand side, the front side of the front tyre at least, and the right-hand side of the rear tyre aren't looking too hot, are they? And to be honest with the tyre life on both tyres aren't looking that great anyway, so I guess there's not a lot we can actually do about it right now. But still, we'll continue to push forward and see what we can make of this Grand Prix. We did actually set the fast lap in the race in that last one with a 1:54.628, which is a phenomenal lap considering we couldn't even get into the 1:55s in qualifying. Adrian Fernandez is ahead of Dennis Onchu, actually our teammate, who has been disappointing to say the least in this video game. I'm not sure if... No, I don't think it does happen. I was going to say that I do believe that upgrading the motorcycle does not affect your other riders, and I do believe that is the case. But I can't see Romano Fenati. He was up in the qualifying positions near to where I was, because he was in Q2, but I don't believe he actually finished very well. I think he finished in 18th, so potentially for him he started 18th and probably will be around here somewhere. But we'll see as this race progresses. Now onto the right hand side for turn 11, and here is turn 12, the corner where everything went wrong. So is John McPhee still on board? Because when he went down, I think I seen him sort of respawn in and start racing again. So I don't think he would have lost that many points. As we'll try and get up at the inside of two riders here, around the outside of my teammate Anon Chu. That's gorgeous. Around the outside of the Red Bull KTM Tech 3 rider. And there is Xavi Artigas and Sergio Garcia. So two riders who both went down are still going to be finishing this Grand Prix. Which is surprising, because I thought those two crashed out, like really crashed out. As we go around the outside of Artigas, now Garcia to beat. Can we get up at the inside? That's a gorgeous move. Oh, I love that. If only it was for some decent amount of points and not for zero, for zilch. As we go on the right hand side, still utilising power setting 3, because of course 2 laps of fuel left with only 1 lap to go. Everything should be fine and dandy. We'll try and give it everything we've got now to chase down Lorenzo Fallon and Jeremy Alcoba. Oh no, Jeremy Alcoba again. Surely we're not going to fight again for 16th place. There's no honour for us. We're both meant to be better than that. Alcoba should be in the top positions, and so should we. And obviously here today, not so much. Of course, Lorenzo Fallon still getting used to Moto 3, so give him some slack. We're getting on the right hand side, a little out of shape for turn 8. Now for turn 9, we're going to run it a little bit wide. We didn't quite get the line that we usually take. But power setting 3 with a bit of slipstream, we could well and truly get through here. Can we go around the outside of Alcoba? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Can we go around the inside of Fallon as well? Jeremy Alcoba. Not again, Alcoba. Not now, Jeremy. Come on, Jezza. Oh, what on earth happened then? He was up in the air. Can we get turn 12 on Lorenzo Fallon this time? No, I've completely lost my confidence at turn 12. I should never attack. Wait, Pedro Acosta? What happened to Pedro Acosta? Why is he in 15th? And look how close we are getting to Pedro Acosta. We could have a point. We could get 1 single point. And Farid Izdihar's going to get 2 points. Good on you, lad. Great to see him up there. It looks like Yamamasya will win here in the Kymiring. Mino in second, and Tatsuki Suzuki takes 3rd place. And behind, Grant could steal 15th. Not quite. Not quite. That's a bad result for the World Championship leader. So a quick recap. Matsuya wins, Mino in second, and Tatsuki Suzuki 3rd. John McPhee managed to stay on and get 4th place. Brilliant for McPhee. Of course, Grant not finishing with a single point after finishing 16th place. So a quick recap of the championship results. Grant with no points, Rodrigo with no points, and Binder with no points still leaves his championship. Very, very entertaining. John McPhee gained a couple of points by finishing in 4th place, and Yamamasya moved up by 2 spots and is now only 51 points behind the championship leader, Grant. So finally we take a look at the team championship, because there will be no podium celebration for us here today. Petronas Sprinter Racing still leading by 14 points over Red Bull KTM IO, as the Sterile Garda Max Racing team still hanging in 3rd place with 62 points behind. So guys, brilliant race, really enjoyed that one. I now love the Kymiring, so I apologise for any hard words at the beginning of this video, but guys, I really appreciate you watching the content. Like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed, it helps the channel out a lot. Hit the notification bell to be alerted to every single DrAce upload, and upon that note guys, thanks for watching, and ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.